Come on, fellas, we can't go up this league. We won like 22 on these niggas. The shots. Yeah, that nigga Cunningham is balling.
Yo, no fucking foul!
That's so, boy. Motherfucker, you. Oh my. Oh. Killed him. Broke his fucking ankles.
I don't care how held the ball too long. Fucking me up. Go from that.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Puts it right side of White. I'm sure he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the rookie potential. But when you see him make
shoot that bitch, boy.
you keep thinking to yourself, he's now. He's got a chance to be great.
Nigga see y'all come shoot a 3 on you, dog. Oh my goodness, boy. My niggas handle is so crazy now.
This pussy can't make a fucking. Bro, I got her up here behind bro. This pussy can't make a 15 footer.
Yeah, I don't know. But I did the same thing, bro. Listen, I restarted it without even getting a 90 my first time, bro. I was so frustrated with how I made my nigga. Oh man, I couldn't do it. I just started all over, man.
Like this game, you gotta have somewhat of a jumper. You don't gotta have no Steph Curry shit. You know, you got the right bag, you know what I'm saying? And this shit on pro, like, I be calling all pick and rolls the whole fucking game.
I live out the pick and roll, but I learned how to like really come up off that pick and roll.
Yo, I'm the big man, so I be setting that shit up for niggas. Me and De'Aaron been throwing loops. Me and De'Aaron been throwing loops.
But I shoot more mid ranges than threes, though, even though my 3 is a 90 overall. But like my rebounding and defense is fucking beyond garbage.
Don't wish that on my dog.
Shoot that shit, Cunningham.
Oh, that's Tyler. Hey Tyler. What's wrong with you? Why are you in a bad mood?
Hey, where's the ball? I don't care if you say.
Didn't you just say? Never mind.
My bad, fellas. Let that pussy shoot that shit. My bad, fellas.
I don't think threesomes indicate that though. Can we pump the brakes on that? Can we pump the brakes on that? Because I do not think that's what that means at all. I mean, yes, but why are you still with somebody that cheated on you in the first place? I'm not. But if we're gonna worry to this degree about it, why are we still here? To this degree. Because what if a threesome is just a request?
This nigga must be talking about shit.
Come on, Steph, what the fuck?
He be trying. I can hear him. I hear that son.
Yo, if I get stopped at the one more time, bro, I'm about to lose my shit.
It don't never work with your girl, bro.
It ain't mine. That's why I said I can live. It ain't mine.
Why the fuck we not playing James Wiseman?
That's why my advice that I give to friends that are females is way different than anything I would say to my lady. Some of that bullshit ain't working. Shit is going right out the fucking window. She gonna read right through that shit just like y'all niggas. She gonna be like, this nigga is Nigel is not. I'm not fucking stupid. I'm gonna be like, nah, what you mean?
Shit, I had them motherfuckers all the time.
I pulled some shit off. Nah, I done got out of some shit, but nah, when the better the shawty knows me, the less likely I'm getting out of some shit. That shit is.
I just never had a threesome with my the girl that was my girlfriend before. I never been with that all.
Never had a threesome, and I definitely know none of the shawties that I actually make my girls are going for that shit. They never do, probably never will. I'm gonna just have to give me one of them. I've had opportunities, but it just wasn't. I feel like it wasn't worth it. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't fuck you probably outside of this situation, so I'm good. Like I ain't gonna. It was with one of these joints that I was fucking though. Like I was fucking one of them consistently.
Bro.
The other joints,
money just make this shit so easy, bro.
In an aspect, yeah.
I don't gotta do nothing, bro. Honestly, it's not nothing but too much for real.
You nigga said you got some shit, bro. We over here, you getting shit too, nigga. Why they running away from fucking Humphrey and Peters? How is that possible? I don't know fuck how.
Oh, y'all playing?
Yeah, bro. While I heard running away from niggas, nobody's streaming. It's supposed to be my stream probably. I don't give a fuck.
It's
I ain't
my
stream. Nobody doing that today.
My stream is definitely up, but I ain't.
Oh no, you're not talking about. You're not talking about you.
No, I'm talking about me and Mark. Got it.
Somebody better catch that shit. Oh, Marco, you caught a pick. Thank you, Marco. Hey, move. Move. I feel like if your nigga asking you for a threesome, that means you're not fucking him right. That's what I should have told her. But I ain't want to hurt her heart. I ain't want to hurt her heart like that. Or he's because that's what I'm saying, and that's exactly why I didn't say it, because I was like, that's not exactly the truth. He could just be a little not bored. Yeah, I was about to say not bored. I didn't want to say bored. Literally,
his boys did it, and he just want to do it.
Yeah,
I mean, every nigga want to do it, bro.
I feel like it's just a nigga thing. Yeah, it's just a nigga thing. Yeah,
he gonna do it regardless. Why not add her to the?
Every nigga want to at least try that shit, bro.
At least, yeah, exactly. So I can't.
I'll just say this for the niggas who do when it's your first time. Like, it's way better when the girl actually likes other girls.
That's what I told. That's what I was
telling. Like when the girl's like it's her first time with another girl and she don't like really want to eat it. She got all these stipulations with the other girl. Like that should be.
Some girls just ain't off that type time, bro.
I feel like that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's definitely more. It's more easier. I mean, it's better when it's natural.
My best is like the girls that like other girls, like the girls like head girl, like, you know what I'm saying.
One of my real good friends. Nigga told me he asked the girl he fucking with. They wasn't like girlfriend and girlfriend. He asked her, like, dude, so she said, oh, you mean another nigga?
That be the thing too, though. That's what I'm saying. Some of these shorties, I done had some shorties like friends, not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like they be like, I'd rather two niggas.
When that one, he was like, for real? Like,
they be like, I'd rather two.
What you think I want a girl, motherfucker? Like, she was from all like, damn.
I mean, that's fact though.
But whenever a girl say that shit though, I just hit her with like, I mean, I just make her feel worse. But I'm like, you actually asked for a train. She's like, no, it's a threesome. I said, well, listen, a threesome to me is when we all three interact. When it's two niggas, we just gonna just
looking at you. That's what I said. Yeah,
that's a train.
If it ain't one fluid, motion, it's a train.
You gotta leave her alone. You gotta leave her right where she at. She gotta go.
Yo, the crazy thing was, she was like, yo, what makes you think I want to see some titties and ass? Like, what, like, just like you don't want to see no dick, another dick, nigga.
Hey, yo.
He was telling the story, I was cracked the fuck up.
I don't know how I feel about that. I'll never talk to that bitch again after that conversation. Like what?
Yo,
The
my
wild thing was it wasn't his joint, so you know what I'm saying? It wasn't his name. You know, it was his joint. He was knocking off.
I think that's why all my threesome stipulations have been with like side joints. It's like I was already hitting them. They had some bitch that was possibly interested.
I
I'd be
mean,
like, Then I look
like
at her
for
and be
me, it
like,
started
fuck
off
it.
with like my sis, but she ended up being like, well, Rob, you know, my Kanisha, like she used to dance at like a strip. She was like a dancer for real. And was like me and her, we always fucked around, but we always been like sis and bro. Her whole life was weird as hell. Like we could turn it on, and turn it off like this. But I told her I wanted a threesome. Like I never had one before, and like she danced with a whole bunch of girls. But she was like, I could do that anytime with you. All the girls be fucking with me all the time. So basically, long story short, like she just started settling them up. Like there was one girl. And then she got me with another girl, and then she got me with another girl. She said, I just want to try. She started liking it. She's like, I just want to try with such and such. I'm like, damn, cuz. And it always was straight for real, like. But then one time, one of the girls found me, and I guess she fucked with it that much. She found it, so I finally got a situation where I had a threesome without my sis, cause I didn't want to do nothing to disrespect her. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always like didn't do too much with the other girl. But once I got a threesome without her, oh man, it changed my life. And been looking back ever since. Looking back ever since, bro. I couldn't get none for the first 25 years of my life.
Oh my god, you gotta make that fucking layup.
And then now I can get one on demand.
Nigga said I got a bunch of bullshit.
Who said that?
5 picks, man. I can't.
That nigga ass. You
Push
beat
it
him?
right to me. Huh? 51-41.
Oh man.
Wishing they had this fucking 41. He got fucking Waller running away from niggas.
Now you gotta play Snake.
Fucking 30 yet. Huh?
Now you gotta play Snake.
Niggas some ice for a little minute.
Not putting my ice for a little minute.
I'm definitely trying to watch that game. You better fucking win. I hope you locked in.
Oh, he was gonna throw me a pick with Cannon. Oh my god. He was
No reason I'm playing no more. I didn't play too many games and like, you know, I can't play more than 3 games. And the third game, I'm not even playing this no more. Fuck it. That's the wrong game. I have to be supposed to.
Oh!
Hey, you know you, bro. Play it on your time. You ready to play? Fuck that. I feel that. Double. I wish I can get fucking 10 rebounds. That's never gonna happen in my little ass nigga. Shit.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin the next drive. They've got things going their way early.
Good run, baby. Good fucking run.
First and 10. Fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up.
Gotta reach up there and get a fucking goal.
Out of bounds.
Fuck, you got the Rams playing with zone drops? What's going on, man?
Who?
Is the Rams out here playing with zone drops?
Hey, y'all playing with zone drops, man. Seattle did that shit too.
Leave him alone, man.
What the hell is going on right now?
Got him ready. I told you, I kept laughing at
Hey,
him.
bro, niggas out here playing with zone drops and shit right now. I'm throwing the fuck off.
They learned it, man.
I'll throw the fuck off. Nigga drop it. And Maple in the
God
field.
damn it, Steph Curry!
They trying to get wins out here, bro.
And Maple in the
fucking
field,
God,
though. Look, why he
man.
ain't covered 2? I'm the sideline bagged up. I'm like, all right.
Pussy Steph Curry.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh yeah, Steph Curry's a baby. I don't know why you ever like put your not faith in him as far as like defensively, but as a team player on 2K, fuck no. Oh yeah, you're not about to.
No, he passed the ball. He just be getting cooked. You know who
You're
he
not about
done
to
it?
press Cannon.
Andrew Wiggins.
You're not about to press Cannon though. Yeah, you're not pressing that kid. I promise you that.
Wiggins, you been there. Sheesh.
You're not
That
pressing
shit
Cannon.
get deep.
What is he gun? He been ignoring the shit out of me when I asked for the ball.
He don't fuck with you.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, you ain't even like that. Steph getting fucking cooked. God damn. Don't give it to that nigga. Every time Andrew Wiggins get it, I just get it. You ain't get no clock here, nigga. That's the Air One, ref. Get up, little bitch.
No way.
Come on.
Second and 6.
I need a timeout, motherfucker. My nigga tired as hell. Oh my goodness, bro.
God damn.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. Pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. To put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Yeah, they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second and 10. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Hawkins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half. Bass on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Ryan. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's 2nd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw left side complete. That's White. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack. Put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
2nd and 9 now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken right at the 35. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run this with Akers. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw here. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 8. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for White on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 112 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Sports, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers it on the scoreboard.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going for the deep ball. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... You know, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Yeah, this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd and 1. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Back to throw now on first down. Gets by him at the 25. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Yeah.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's got White here. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They'll look to throw again. Looking for White on the deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Back to throw again. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel.
He's got a man, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points.